Oh, it's just Jord.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Little Nightmares Theory video. Now, we've all had our fill from the third DLC, and obviously this video is going to contain a lot of spoilers, not only from the game, but from the comic as well. So now we have the spoilers out the way, my eyes have finally dried because of the Runaway Kid's empty ending, which saddens me a lot, but today I wanted to speak to you all about the lady, or better still, explain what happened. Now, if you've played through the game enough to finish the Residence DLC, then you'll know during the game you will catch the lady looking into some mirrors and surrounded by the dolls of the kids. But when you catch her staring into the mirror, the next time you see something rather off and alarming. So let's explain the scene. As the Runaway Kid runs away and dives deeper into the residence, after moving room to room, the Runaway Kid comes across the lady, standing without her mask on, looking into a mirror, just doing her usual thing. But it isn't until the Runaway Kid moves again towards the right that you get the full cutscene. And when you do, it's a shocker. So in this scene, we see the lady, like I said before, with no mask on, staring into the mirror, and while she's looking into the mirror, she's moving about with her hands touching her face. And we can see in the reflection that it does not look like the lady we know. We actually see the lady looking somewhat like the granny. Now, I believe that this is not the granny at all. I believe, first off, it's just a reused asset from the depths. As you can see when we look into the data mine, that the model they have used is called SKM_old mirror governess, which I can only imagine means skeleton model old governess, basically. So with that being said, I do not think it is anywhere related to the granny, and we know that Tarzia know we are looking into the data mine now, so they would rename their files accordingly. As we can see, they left little Easter eggs for everyone that is going through the data mine. But if you take the granny theory out your mind and think about what she's looking at in the mirror or what the lady sees, it becomes an interesting story. The moor is littered with pictures of the lady in her youth, with self-portraits and statues of her all over the place, so we know that she likes to represent herself with her looks and her youth, as it's one of her main key powers or elements or whatever to the governess. So I believe that because the lady doesn't have any children that we know of, the lady's greatest vulnerability is her appearance. But what is also odd is that the reflection in the mirror of the lady seems to be off-centre and does not match the movements that the lady does. Yes, it somewhat mimics it, but it doesn't seem to mirror them. Why? Well, all these things will make sense once we dive into the next part of the theory, but I did have to inform you about the comics before, like I mentioned at the start. So, this is where it plays a key part. So, if any of you read the comic series of Little Nightmares, then you would be well aware of the story that was told in the second issue, where a group of children go into a house full of mirrors, and in the house of mirrors they decide to look into these mirrors, and something strange happens. They all become what they want to be, or how they want to see themselves, and thus in the comics they dance around, they love the idea of changing, but then something happens. An altercation begins where something comes through the mirrors and tries to grab them to pull them in, and we get to see our good old friend in the bow tie and suit. So, is what the lady sees in the mirror an illusion, like the kids saw in the house? The difference is, whatever is causing, or whoever is causing these illusions, seem to be trying to get the kids to go into the house and lure them into being sucked into the ideas of the illusions of the mirrors. And it's also worth mentioning that the actual mirror the lady looks through has a very familiar looking frame, and it seems to be the same frame that is in the comic, and it shares the bulging woodwork of eyes in an eye of all around the frame completely. So as we were talking about, the kids are being lured into a trap maybe, where I think that the lady seems to have fallen for the illusion, believing that she is what is being shown in the mirror, hence all the mirrors have been broken. She doesn't want this, but something or someone is giving her the illusion that she looks like that. Who could it be? Well, I believe that the plan of higher power, I believe that the hanging man fell into this nightmare and also killed himself, or he didn't obey and got himself killed, and now inside the mirror dimension of some sort. I believe that the higher power at play here is the North Wind or Dr. No, or the possibility of them both working together. And so I believe that the lady is doing the North Wind or Dr. No's bidding so that she can be young forever and keep her appearance. And I believe that the North Wind or Dr. No is tricking her into thinking that she looks like the granny or very old, and giving her that illusion every time she looks into a mirror on the moor. And thus the lady continues to do their bidding so she remains young. But this is also the reason why she potentially wears a mask all the time. Because if she believes that she looks like a really old lady, she doesn't want to lose her position as governor, so she puts the mask on to make herself look younger. But anyway, guys and gals, that's what I think is going on with the lady, and hopefully this theory has potentially explained some of the questions that you might have. And also, if you have your own theory, please post a comment below and share it with everyone else. I think it might be a good idea to do like a comment theory one day. Anyway, remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to support the channel. And I wish you all well, and I will see you in the next theory. Bye.